Our next basic strike in the series is a side kick to the knee. This technique is pure gold. I love this technique. We're going to attack the lower leg, the knee joint, and we're going to attack it to break it. We want a thrusting action, slightly downward. Ideally hit probably just below the joint, on the joint, maybe slightly below it. We want to push the tibia right out of the socket and seriously injure this attacker's knee. Remember, we haven't done anything to provoke this guy, and it's unavoidable. We can't get out of this. If he continues his actions, you're going to be harmed. So kick him in the knee with all you got. The impact point on your foot is going to be the bottom of the heel. In the relaxed ready position, the maximum range from is about arm's reach. You might find you can reach out a little further with it. And this target can give a false impression on that side kick because the leg stands out. I mean, this point here is out from here, so you'll end up with more reach on this target than you really have, and that could be an issue. If I feel like I can side kick a guy at that distance that he's at, probably can't. He probably needs to be about arm's reach or so. And this is something you'll learn just by kicking a target, and all kinds of things can be kicked, and certainly you want to perfect the technique against the imagined attacker. I picture this guy in front of me. He's threatening me. I've now gone from mental condition yellow to orange. Nothing changes physically. You're in the relaxed ready position. You're already positioned with him. It's brilliant. You just tune it up in your head a notch to orange, and now you're ready to go. In yellow, you were just relaxed and alert, paying attention. In orange, now you have identified this individual as a threat, and if he makes a physical move against you, you're going to make a move against him, and you're going to do it a lot better than he does it. And we're talking about the side kick right now. So when he comes in, first thing you want to do is shift your weight to the rear foot. I'm in a right side lead, relaxed ready right now. The lead arm should come up to protect the face at the same time that you're chambering the kick. Up comes the foot, you're going to lean back and chamber the kick. It protects you too. Nothing protects you completely, of course. You're going to be injured in battle. That's a foregone conclusion. But you want to minimize the opportunities that he has to do that. And you can see how it kicked to the testicles and such. As far as you receiving it, it's going to be difficult for him to do. Plus, the position looks very defensive. He's not going to know what's about to come. Now, the primary power for the kick comes from the hip turning into the kick, and then a very fast extension of the leg. You want that foot, that ankle, dorsiflexed, which means it's pulled up like so, so the heel is what leads. And the kick looks like this. Perfect. When you have that aggressor out of range, like I have this dummy right now, he's going to have to step at me to punch. He's fairly close to his kick range, and I would be a little concerned about that too. Depends how he's standing. But he is going to have to step at me to punch. And when he does, he's going to end up at this range. I can't move the dummy. Ideally, I'd move the dummy at me. But now he's going to be at that kicking range. So here he is. He takes that step forward. He's perfectly set up to kick that knee. He started at this distance, and he could have started at this distance. Just tactically, it'll be great to have him here. And you're going to lean back and connect with that knee with the bottom of your heel. From this point, there are two directions his foot can go. One is to pull it back and set it back down, which is what I want you to do with it now in practice. In time, we're going to talk about something else to do in a very short time, just a couple of clips away. And then it'll be up to you when you side kick what you do with your foot. But we are going to kick out, return it back. Now, this is a great setup to our other two blows. Hand outs, chin jab. And I'm using that other way to step, by the way, which we'll get into later. The side kick. It'll work if the guy's tall. It'll work if you're short. It'll work if he's strong and you're not so strong. I'm not saying you can just do it 1 or 2 times and have it down, but with a couple of months of practice, most people can master the side kick. If you can't, don't worry about it. You may have a disability of some sort and you can't kick, but work around that. We don't need every technique. We only need a few of them. And if you can develop the side kick, it's a great technique. Keeps them at distance, sets up other blows, keeps them at bay, it hobbles them, you can escape him quickly, the side kick.